I think it's important that I bring up for anybody who's Gen X that the boomers are real old. So I mean they might see this, but it's a lot of Gen Xers that are probably quite shocked at what they're seeing at the colleges, and they are and they aren't. But yeah, I'm betting there's quite a bit of shock, and there's something that. While you guys were very busy at the busiest part of parenting, somebody like me, I got to see all this happen online. So the millennial generation, their movement of feminism online, mostly carried along to some degree. Saw it early in MySpace, but it was really just Tumblr, big one. There's a few others that people have brought up that I didn't know anything about these bulletin sites or whatever, but solidly saw it with Tumblr. And what ends up happening is there's this kind of this thing that's developed, like it's solidly a class. It is they've embraced Marxism. They did from the start, and Marxist arguments for things that seem to be the framework of their thinking from when they were young, relatively young. And so this started. They were teenagers, and now these are women who are 40 years old. They're now teaching at universities and shit. They've been writing for they've been professional writers now, for their entire adult life so far, stuff like that. And what we found is when arguing with them, when trying to actually because there would be these wild pie-eyed claims being made, and so when you ever try to nail them down on it, they would every trick, and it was in the book was allowed for them. They could do every debate trick possible. They didn't have to. This was not a debate. What finally a lot of people realized, this is why MGTOW developed. This is why the manosphere developed. We realized what we were dealing with the white, educated, female feminists of the millennial generation were bigots. Imbecilic bigots. That they were not well read. They were not really well informed people. They would find stuff only that would buttress their arguments. Rest of it, a lot of it was conjecture. They would make things up all the time. It would take you long amounts of time to find out how much they had just kind of made up. And then slowly this started to show up that we started seeing, no, there were some guys who really understood it, like Bernard Chapin from the Chapin's Inferno, that he was like, no, all of the left is like this. It is a foundational way that they think about truth. And people like me didn't quite get it yet. Then there was the anarcho-capitalist Stefan Molyneux, who was like, no, let me walk you through it. And he walked through it, and he's like, no, at some point, they don't believe truth is objective. They have to think this, because at some point they have to warp their arguments in a way that what they're dealing with is not truth. They're trying to get to the root causes of something. The root causes are the limitations of humans' abilities. Or something along these lines, like physics is limiting humans' abilities. It's not some motive somebody has. We would have more than enough food if people would ... And it's like, well, what? And any technical knowledge would prove them wrong. So this is what you're dealing with are ignorant bigots. Now they are the democratic progressive. They are the progressive Democrats. These feminist ignorant bigots that can't. You can't really. Yeah, the horse that doesn't drink water ever. All right, later.